Okay, 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 yeah. We got the funk, just giving you what you want. Yeah, Yo, bounce on this joint right here. Party going on right now. We gon' bring you sonic sounds. Hope you ready for that pound. Spread the floor and let's make rounds. Let's make rounds. Let's make rounds. Party going on right now. Spread the floor and let's make rounds. Hey, what's up, world? How y'all doing? You're here now on Music and Arts, Guestos TV. I'm here with an up-and-coming, inspiring artist about to come out with a couple of new movies and stuff like that. We're gonna get his name and where he's from. So if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Giovanni Cristoff, and I was born in Queens, New York, and right now I'm currently in Florida. But I'm always around the world.
Nice.
Always around the world, yeah.
So, Giovanni, now that you introduced yourself to everybody, we just want to get an inside scoop on, like, what inspired you to become the actor that you are today?
Yeah, since a kid, I've had a crazy imagination. I would get my entire block of kids to come outside and literally make them see my imagination. And so I just said, oh my God, you could literally do that with a camera in acting. And so it wasn't until I watched The Godfather and 70s films, Taxi Driver, Cuckoo's Nest,
Great movie.
that I got really interested in telling deep, dark stories that no one has the balls to tell. Things that are like elephants in the room. Talking about drugs, homelessness, society being run, politicians. I mean, all the things that we keep hush-hush, serial killers, I mean, crazy stuff. Yes, so What's Up, Kaylee, Can You Feel the Beat, and Savage Lands are all films that I've done that I've noticed each single character. One was a TikToker, one was a Latin freestyle artist, another one was hip-hop artist. What I noticed is that they went through disgusting things to get to fame, or they already got to fame and things happened to them. It's just being in the industry, you can really get, bitten and just scratched up and pretty much bruised.
So when you playing these parts, like you digging, or you digging deep, like,
of course,
where you coming from? This when you get your scripts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How you approach the role, like.
I do a lot of intense drills to not dig into my own life. That's method acting, but to explore the imagination and the life of the character, of the guy. Let's say his name is John. I would live actual times in his life and experience it for myself. And what I do is I find his truth. Everyone has a core inside of them, which basically, I know this might sound a little crazy, but we're all spirits, and we carry, maybe say, a manifestation of what our spirit is, and that manifestates our entire life. I was an actor in a past life. This is not a coincidence. I'm supposed to be here.
Stages to it.
Correct. My mom's a producer. That's her spirit. What is she doing now? Producing. And you're an artist, man. You've always been an artist, man.
I'm honored to be here with you today. So we're gonna celebrate you. Like artistry, it's a craft in all of us.
Yeah.
I would definitely want you to tell the people in your profession, like, all of the traits that you have now. Where do you wanna see yourself in the next 5-10 years?
Yeah, I'm going to rehabilitate the cinema industry. I want to bring it back to the 70s, where films were very gritty and bold, and you actually had a conversation after you watched it that impacted people's lives. And of course, action films and comedies are great. I want to talk about things that you leave the theater and it stays with you like for the rest of your life. Taxi Driver is one of those films that stay with a lot of men. I just want to change the world with really human, raw stories. You know, warts and all. You know, ugliness and all. You know, just raw truthiness, man. That's the deal.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit blown away by your maturity and everything. Like,
thank you, man.
You have like an old soul.
Yeah.
So I can see, like, you know, the movies that you're talking about, like the tax, like a lot of kids, they don't really speak on those type of roles. What type of movie do you want to portray yourself to the big screen for the people to say, this is Giovanni, the great? How would you see yourself taking it to the next level?
I'm so glad you asked that, my friend. And, you know, I'm going to say it straight out because this is just my truth, no matter how ugly it is. I like turning into characters that are far, far away from me, you know, very transformational. If I have to get overweight or skinny, whatever. I want to play a very normal guy who, being in some sort of group, or maybe even the way society is now, is on a downward spiral towards insanity, where he becomes all the kind of disgusting things that society hates. I'm gonna play a heroin addict, transvestite prostitute, man, and
That's deep.
really live that life and really explore what being, first of all, I'm interested in what heaven looks like, and I want to explore what is the lowest depths that human can go down to. I want to make a film where I literally go from middle down to the pit, all the way back up, or something that direction, to show how easy it is for a normal person like us to fall into insanity. I feel like I want to send a message on to the world that it's so unnecessary to punish yourself for no reason. A lot of people do that. You know, in their own imagination, in their own world, they wear masks to the world. You know, especially with Instagram, it's and social media, that it has saturated even more. Once again, Taxi Driver and the Joker are perfect examples of how a normal person can go downward spiral. Hey, it's Giovanni Cristoff. Welcome to Guestos Music and Arts. Here's a wonderful clip. We back here on this program, Music and Arts. We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. We hope y'all enjoying this segment so far. I got the up-and-coming Giovanni Cristoff, one of the future stars in the game. He's gonna be a big movie star. We're gonna ask him a couple of more questions,
and just see what he got going on. So yeah, let us know about this amazing project that you wanted to tell us about.
Yeah. So far, out of all the projects that I've done, this one I really touched me in the heart. It's called Grind, and though I can't really say the description so much, it is about an artist trying to make it in the ghettos. So many artists, especially back then and now, always, medieval times, always, artists that their spirit, they didn't ask for where they were born into. They didn't ask for to be poor or anything, and so they break the chain by making art, by making something happen. You do business, you become a singer, actor, painter. I thought to myself, who can I basically pull, and who is a source material I can pull to be this guy, an artist in the ghetto. And my new favorite artist, and probably my number one, Jean-Michel Basquiat. I love this man. His work ethic, his art is so daring and bold, and it's always the things that people hate, that society hates at first, that they can't handle it. When Bob Dylan came out with his new music, all the folk guys were like, F you, but then they started listening. Wow, amazing. Same thing with Jean-Michel Basquiat. I did so much research on this character, and this has been my most favorite role I've done yet. And it's a short film, and I could really see this becoming a feature. I'm really that passionate about it. It reminds me of Downtown '81 with that Jean-Michel Basquiat started with. And I really love stories of really bright people trying to survive really dark environments. And that's what this film was, and it was an honor to be a part of it. And it's an honor to be in this interview with you, brother.
Thank you, man.
You talking about Guestos himself, man.
He's talking about one of the greatest artists. If y'all don't know who
Jean-Michel Basquiat,
Basquiat is, I'm sorry, but
yeah.
If y'all don't know who he is, check out his work. He's a famous artist. His work is all over the globe.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people that my age that came up on Basquiat as well.
Yeah.
I'm super excited that you can go from 0 to 60 just like that within an instance. Who your coaching, like your breathing technique? Who gave you the skill set?
Yeah.
That you needed to take you to these roles? Who?
Yeah, my uncle Gino Montesinos. He is he's a genius actor. I'll look him up. Look at his work.
Okay.
He is the one who introduced me to the AFI 100, the best movies of all time.
Okay.
And a lot of books, a lot of plays that he's introduced me to, and I owe it all to him, man.
Like, I know you told me about your 5 to 10 year status, and where you want to be, and I know you're gonna be like super. I'm looking to see you like a Will Smith, like that type of. You got that type of iconic energy to me for a young soul. And I've seen some of your clips. I've seen some of the little clips you have on your page, and I'm like, oh, this, like the one clip you was like, you had some stuff on your face.
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
I don't know if you could talk about that role, but that was I was blown away. I was like, yeah,
oh, yeah.
This guy's gonna be.
Thank you, man.
You're gonna take it there.
Yeah, I love talking about that one. That character was Judge Holden from a graphic novel Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. He's the one who wrote The Road and No Country for Old Men. That film.
That's a great film.
And so Blood Meridian is so disgustingly violent, and is so bad. It's like quoted as the unfilmable film. And they're filming it right now, and let me tell you, I would love to be a part of that project. Yeah, and so that character, Judge Holden, he's basically the embodiment of everything war, everything violence.
Oh, that was great. People need to see that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we could play a clip on the show. Like, we could roll it.
Yeah, you can.
Get into it right now. Okay, yeah, so we'll play it for the people.
Here's Judge Holden's war monologue.
It makes no difference what men think of war. War endures. As well ask men what they think of stone. War was always here. Before man was, war waited for him. The ultimate trade awaiting its ultimate practitioner. That is the way it was and will be. That way and not some other way. For you ask why war endures, it's because young men love it and old men love it in them, such as yourself. But why? Do you know why? Men are born for games, nothing else. Every child knows that play is nobler than work. He knows too that the worth or merit of a game is not inherent in the game itself, but rather in the value of that which is put at hazard. Games of chance require wager to have meaning at all. The humiliation of defeat and pride of victory are in themselves sufficient stake. Why? Because they inhere in the worth of the principles and define them. But trial of chance or trial of worth, all games aspire to the condition of war. For here, that which is wagered swallows up game, player, all.
So yeah, I'm still here with the young up-and-coming artist Giovanni Cristoff, that's right. And we here on Music and Arts, and we going through the whole history of this young entrepreneur, up-and-coming artist of greatness that's about to hit the big movie screens.
Both of us, brother.
Yeah.
Both of us.
Thank you. So my question to you is, what's some of your favorite projects that you have done so far?
Yeah. Start with Can You Feel the Beat? I play a very important person in Lisa's life. Can't say who yet, but I have to say what I learned from that project was the discipline of being an artist. There are a lot of people that are surrounding you all the time. You're a light, and a big orb of light, what does that attract? It's out of darkness. Mm-hmm. And it comes in all shapes and sizes. Family members that want to, basically kind of like a covert hostility. Kind of like, hey, how you doing, man? Hey, stab you right there. Coming in, us guys, if you see that someone's very successful, women come, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what happened with Lisa, of course, any star. And basically, she dealt with a lot, and oh my gosh, as an artist growing up, it's a very important story to hear about and watch, because in order to get in any industry, you're gonna bump heads with a lot of sharks, and you just have to, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, man? And surround yourself always with positive people, and that was the biggest lesson. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that last clip you just watched. Here's another clip from Vaccina introducing Soy Fabulous as Josefina, and your boy over here, Guestos.
I gotta check it out now. Are you recording?
Esta es Josefina. Ustedes están escuchando los sonidos del único Gucci Merlot, que también lo llaman Guestos. Escucha este álbum, este disco que se llama La Vacuna. Es muy bueno para ti, para tu cuerpo.
Look who walked in the building. We got Soy Fabulous back. If y'all don't know our history, y'all can go check us out on YouTube, all over the network, on the streaming platforms. We got a lot of history out. Peace to Angelica Kenton. I got Soy here today. She is a stage mom. So her son, he's doing big things. His name is Giovanni Cristoff. And shout out to Humphrey. Gotta give a shout out to Lucio and all my peoples back from the fever days. But yeah, Soy, super proud of you and your accomplishments with your son. I knew him since he was a little before, So tell me what you got going on.
Well, first of all, I want to give thanks to you because I was dating Giovanni's dad, and we were shooting the fever video, and I'm just very sexual, like very slamming with another girl, and we're doing like feeling him up, and my husband couldn't handle it. He was my boyfriend at the time. He left, but the next thing you know, 9 months later, Giovanni was born. So thank you. He brought the fever.
We had a great time on that video, so it was great. But yeah, so now that Giovanni is here, and you have this amazing future star on your hands, like what's I know you've been grooming him since day one, and you've been doing a lot of structuring. Like tell me what's as a mom, because you also have another family that you have to take care of.
Okay, well, since Giovanni was 2 years old, you know how you always see like these kids playing the piano at 2 years old and like they're playing Mozart and stuff like that?
Right.
Giovanni was always acting since he was little. And people on the streets, he would just start performing anywhere. If he saw a crowd, he would go like this and I would go behind. He once, clapping. He thought he was like Michael Jackson. And people kept telling me that's an old soul. He's getting into acting.
Yeah.
So sometimes I didn't believe the people, but I'm like, you know what? You never know. My kid has something. So when I was doing music with Alejandro Hein, one of my songs was Salud, Dinero, Amor. And I brought my son to a music industry party and have a babysitter. Wow. Giovanni was 5 years old. He was grabbing all the women to dance and having a great time. And Alejandro Hein, at 5 years old, he's like, that kid's an artist. He's going to be a big actor. And he knows, like, he was an A&R guy that discovered lots of talent.
Just seen it in him.
Yeah. And he put my son in my first music video. So some people think Giovanni was in my music video because I'm his mother. No.
Oh.
I had the producer like, he's in it and that's it. And I was like, okay,
Right.
And at that point, then Giovanni was cast, John Moody in the music Broken. He played his son, so he did such a great job there. And then he's been in videos with Angelica Kenton.
Right.
They're his godparents as well. So one of them, he has among godparents, is us Hispanic people. We have like 10. So in that way, I've been like grooming him in that sense. And then my husband had a wrestling show with 24/7 Miami.
Yeah, I remember 24/7 Miami. Yes.
And myself and Jay Few were like, hey, we went up to Humphrey, like, and we all had a discussion. Let's have him interview wrestlers. So that helped him being groomed in that sense.
Oh, right.
And then I used to have
so
a show.
So he was already involved in he's involved in a production as a little
kid.
Wow.
And then Soy Fabulous TV, when I used to interview people, sometimes I didn't have like babysitters.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you see how you're interviewing me, Giovanni would be sitting on
set.
He's on the floor playing with toys, but the camera wouldn't show because he wanted to be near me. So that was that, and he was always doing like the school dances, and people would stop me in the street like, hey, I was depressed and I saw him perform and it just made me happy. And to all the people that allow us to crash their couches, who have fed us, it takes a village to raise. So everybody, you too, interviewing my son. Thank you.
Yeah, no, this is teamwork, family. Did you put him in any plays, like school plays, or any?
We had tried, but then the pandemic hit. That was the goal. The goal was for Giovanni to go to regular high school and all that stuff, right? But then the pandemic hit. Everything was online. So he told me, I was like, okay, when you're 18, go move to California, which was the thing to do. Mm-hmm. I went to acting school many years ago. See, I wanted to be an actress. I just didn't like auditioning. and that's when I went into music.
Okay.
Right? But Giovanni has brought me back because I'm in a couple of his films.
Yeah, no, he bringing all of us back. I'm inspired to do something right now, but I'm super excited to have you guys here. We
But-
just yeah, go ahead.
Oh no. So what happened was I had written to a bunch of agents through a company like it's called Agent Blasters, like 220 agents. I said, hey, Miami boy, Latino looking for representation. I said, no one's gonna hire this boy. He lives in Miami. I'm not moving to LA. 30 agents wanted to rep him right away, and I was like,
Ooh.
why would you want to rep him? They're like, Hollywood shut down. We're looking for people on the East where it's open.
Oh, got you.
And now the auditions are done by telephone, callbacks are done by Zoom.
Zooms, okay.
And before, the casting director used to read. Guess who's become the reader? Me. So Giovanni and my brother Gino have been teaching me how to act. And by
Sure.
me reading with my son so much, like some people think it's easy, we audition 20 to 30 hours a week, sometimes more.
Wow.
So I'm doing all that with him, plus taking my mom to the doctor, having a little girl, paying attention to
See?
my husband, bartending, substitute teaching. It's fabulous.
Everything it takes. But see, a lot of people don't understand. Like, I look up to women like you that, you know, you could be out here doing so much stuff, like, oh, forget about my son, just letting him run the streets. And you don't see that bond today. So, you know, when you got that going, like, what's your motivation? Like,
Well,
because we know you got a life. Like, what's your motivation to keep pushing? You, the kids,
I got you. So you saw that monologue that he did?
yes.
Okay, and I'm not just saying this because he's my son. A couple of auditions that he's done, I started crying. I didn't let him see me. And I said, I have Robert De Niro in my house, Marlon Brando, he's in my house. I don't have that talent, but the talent that I have is to be freaking crazy and lie that I live in 50 states. And just pick up and leave and go. So I would tell people that, they're like, oh, she's just a proud stage mom. And now they're like, oh, hey, she's kind of right. So that's my drive because I know what he has. He started at a young age. I started singing late at 30 years old. People told me, you're not going to make it at 30. You know, you're too old, we're not going to hire you. And they're right. I mean, it could happen now. Things have changed. But it was supposed to be 5 years and it ended up being longer. So all the mistakes that I did with my music, like starting late and not investing properly, I do with him. So I make sure we as a family invest in him. So I'm very happy. I'm having a blast. I've been booked on several jobs based on my reading. I've had one of the agents wants to sign me, and I'm like, I don't have time. Like, you know, now my daughter's acting.
Please sign her.
No, I don't have time.
Yeah.
But if I happen to be on set with my
so-
son, wonderful.
Yeah.
So that's
All you,
about it.
all you agents out here, we got a rock star right here. She's been a rock star, and she's raising rock stars. So, hope y'all tune in. All y'all moms, y'all stage moms out there. If y'all feeling down and y'all want some inspiration,
Oh, you can reach out to me.
this is
I have mothers
a
come
good
to me all the
a
time.
good coach right here to get y'all. You know, you should write a book, Swayo. You know.
Thank
like-
you. Everyone's been saying that, but another motivation too. So I thought, hey, when Giovanni's 18, my job is over, and I was told from the beginning that like, even though you might not be allowed on set, you're in the same zip code as him to age 23 because a lot of stuff does happen. They're still young. I can be there, and I've seen it where I'm already looking at them like, yo, I play dumb stage mom. But I'm from the boogie down Bronx, Queens, Long Island. You can't mess with us.
Right. Well, I mean, that's another thing.
Don't mess with my baby.
But you do a lot of traveling back and forth. What's the pros and the cons of like, you know, you having to, you know, live out your son's dreams and, you know, also.
The cons are like we have Mia's a little girl. So, you know, the longest I've been separated from her was a month. I don't want her to think I love her brother more. Right. So now we made an agreement. She was like, listen, I love you guys more than school, as much as I want to be with socialization and my friends. I'm gonna travel with you guys.
She acting, your daughter? Or?
She wants to, and I'm like, I can't handle one kid in New York and one in LA.
Right,
I can't handle it.
Yeah.
So what she's doing is auditioning now for commercials, which is how he started.
Okay.
I had him doing commercials and music videos for years because I didn't want him doing what he's doing now.
Right. Well,
Grass is always greener.
We love you, Soy, and your family,
Thank
and
you.
we wish you nothing but the best here on Music and Arts. What would you like to leave the people with before you wrap it up?
Go for your kids' dreams, and I also want to talk about like acting. People always like, oh, you need a backup plan. Oh, acting. No one ever makes it. That was a long time ago when there was only stations, channel 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That was it. There's shows on Hulu, there's shows on Lifetime, there's shows everywhere. So on this journey, we've met people who are multi-millionaires, but they can walk into a Walmart, nobody knows who they are, but yet they have a TV show and they're on a series, 4 or 5 seasons and more.
Yeah, how interesting
So
is
you
that?
can make a living, you know, because if the TikTok kids doing one video of making $30,000 can make a living, you know, doing a stunt, you're going to tell me there's so much opportunity. There's no excuse not to make money.
Is there anything you want to promote for yourself that, or you want to,
I mean, you can find my songs, they're timeless. Timeless, yeah. I did it with Alejandro Hine, and let me see, some of the songwriters were Pedro Miguel Morales, Angelica Kenton, myself, and many others. I have 17 songs, and you can find them under my YouTube pages, Soy World, Soy Fabulous.
why don't you introduce one of our videos?
Oh, you can do a video with Giovanni. It's in English called "Are You an Alien?"
The way you read my thoughts is telepathic. I swear I think that you're inside my mind. You always know exactly what I'm feeling. I'm under your spell, frozen yet alive. Every day I fly through your skies. I'm so far in another realm. I feel electric powers when you touch me. I can't come down from the high that I'm on. And I'm convinced that you're not from this planet. Please tell me from which galaxy you're from. Can you release me from this town? Take me soaring through the clouds. Are you an alien? Show me your powers. If you're that alien, then fly me higher. Are you an alien? Show me your powers. If you're that alien, then fly me higher.
Yeah, that's.
Eventually, Giovanni and I are gonna go into producing films as well as the family, and you know, music. I'll get back into music then.
Okay.
Giovanni's a rapper himself, and you know,
Good.
he wants to sometimes focus on that. I'm like, keep writing, because
Right.
one day you're gonna write the track to the film.
Right, it'll all come full circle.
So
you
be
know.
prepared.
I'll definitely like to have you guys back on the show and talk about the up and coming projects y'all got coming up and future endeavors and.
Well, I can tell you about a project. Giovanni is in a short film that's gonna be called "What's Up, Kaylee."
Okay.
"What's Up, Kaylee" is gonna be at SXW 2025, right? And there's a lady cursing him out, and that's me. But nobody knows it's me. But I'm letting you know it's me.
Y'all better check out this.
And the way that they put me in the movie was I was cursing him out in the audition.
Oh.
And then they asked him, "Hey, who's that, man? She'd be great, right?"
Oh, wow.
So when we met her, I'm playing the manager. I was just being like, "Okay, you see how I'm producing here? Okay, let's do this, let's do that. Okay, everybody, Mia." And she's like, "Oh, you are a producer, you are a manager. Would you like to play, you know,
Wow.
your son's manager?" But then she was very nice. Her name is Peppy Ginsburg. She doesn't know that maybe Giovanni can't read with his mother, because some people can't, right? And they asked Giovanni permission, and Giovanni said yes. And I was nervous, and Giovanni was like behind the scenes, like, "Oh, you could do it, you could do it." I'm like, "Ah!" And I did it.
That's awesome. That's great, man. I'm super proud, man. I just God is good. He's always on time. And
Yes.
we are gonna use each other as vessels, and you know whatever I have going on, y'all always welcome.
Oh, no, thank you.
If anything I can help you guys with.
You were one of my first producers back
Yes.
in 2001.
Yes.
And I feel this journey, of 20 years that I went through, right? Didn't get to where I needed to go, but is helping my son go even faster because now I have mass and knowledge. Okay, this is what we gotta do.
You know, yeah. Like, you was always animated and very camera ready for the people, but it's great to have you guys on the interview.
Nice seeing you again, man.
Yeah. I wish the best for y'all.
Thank you. Same here.
Yeah, we here on Music and Arts. Matter of fact, we gonna introduce a video me and Soy got called Fever.
Woohoo!
Check it out.
Which is responsible once again for Giovanni's birth, because Daddy caught the fever. Fabulous!
¡Vamos!
Chacho, nene, you look, papito.
You don't want me to take out my Colombian power?
Tato.
Pues papito, yo quiero domino and you with the mamita.
Dominó, pendejo.
Diablo, loco.
Estilo colombiano, parcero.
Oye, primo, look at this. My cousin having house party tonight for Fever.
Vamos para allá.
What you gotta do, boy?
I'm feeling bored. Gonna get yourself in trouble. You just may be sorry.
I'm about to heat it up like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. If it's what you really want, the baby shake the back and shake the front. I love the behind and shake the front. You make it hot, behind and shake the trunk. You can catch me in the hood with my feet up, screaming but it's really good. Yo, let's meet up when I beat up on this and your beat up and I keep my meat up. I like my women, so they go deep dive. So my chiquitas get up, sipping tequilas, let's get it done. While you're shaking them thongs, about to meet up. Remiss, when you keep that, it's on me, ma. Show you how to make up when I know. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. If it's what you really want, the baby shake the back and shake the front. I love the behind and shake the front. You make it hot, behind and shake the trunk. It's the remix. It's the remix. We got Lucho, we got Vito, got Hernandez. Get your dance on. Put your hands in the air. We got Lucho, we got Vito, got Hernandez. It's the remix. It's the remix. We got Lucho, we got Vito, got Hernandez. I feel it like this, girl. Swing it right here. I hope you ready, prepared. You let me drop this bug in your ear. I like to sweat that perm right out of your hair. Yo te quiero, mami, que tú quieres hacer.
I wanna freak ya.
Down, just get down. As we bring it, I'm tumbling down. Just stick around. I wanna freak you too. Ma, tell you what we can do. We can run, tell you for two. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like a fever. I'm about to heat it up like a fever.
Tengo fiebre, señorita. Not so easy, negrito. Work for your señorita. Y yo no soy loquita.
That's what my people's in the spot, yeah. That's what my people's in the spot, yeah. That's what my people's in the spot, yeah. We about to make it kinda hot in here.
Boy, that's what you want. Be careful what you ask for. I'm here on the business. Why are you starting with me?
Yeah, that's how we doing it. We heating it up like a fever. Now I mean, JIGGSAW Entertainment. You got Soy in the house. You got Angelica in the house. That's what my ladies. You know how it goes.
Not so easy, negrito. Work for your señorita.
Say that, mama.
Y yo no soy loquita. You give me fever, you give me fever, you give me fever, you give me fever.
Yo,
Okay, let's go.